Russell Westbrook is easily a legend in OKC and should definitely be a Hall of Famer once his career is done. He is a triple-double machine, an aggressive slasher, and a matchup nightmare, or at least he used to be. After being traded to his fourth team in the past couple of years, you begin to wonder if Westbrook is really the problem with each team he's been on. Will Westbrook help the Clippers get to the next level? Or will this just be another stop on the road as his career is reaching the end? Russell Westbrook's debut with the Los Angeles Clippers was spoiled in a thrilling 176-175 double overtime loss to the Sacramento Kings on Friday night. The 351 combined points were the second most in a game in NBA history, with the highest mark set when the Detroit Pistons beat the Denver Nuggets 186-184 in triple overtime on December 13, 1983. Kawhi Leonard, De'Aaron Fox, and Malik Monk all scored over 40 points on Friday, while both teams combined to make 44 three-pointers. The Kings shot 58.6% overall from the field, and the Clippers made 60.2% of their field goal attempts. While the historic performances by both teams will grab the headlines, Westbrook quietly had a terrific debut for Los Angeles. The former NBA MVP finished with 17 points on 7 of 13 shooting and 14 assists, tied for the most by a Clippers player in their debut with the team. Head coach Tyronn Lue used Westbrook in the starting lineup. He played 39 minutes and finished +3, better than Leonard, -7, and Paul George, -9. NBA fans and analysts on Twitter had a lot of thoughts about Westbrook and the offensive display by both teams. Amid all of the discussion about marquee teams in the Western Conference, the Kings just kept winning games to strengthen their postseason resume. This was the quintessential game for Sacramento in 2022-23, with a lot of points and no defense. The Kings overcame a 14-point deficit with under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter just to force overtime, and they closed the second overtime period on a 7-0 run to secure the win. The Clippers continue to play well on offense. This was their fourth time with at least 120 points in the past 7 games, but they are only 4 for 3 in the stretch because the defense is allowing 125.7 points per game. Westbrook did provide a much-needed spark at point guard. He even showed a willingness to run the pick and roll, something that was a problem during his time with the Los Angeles Lakers. As long as Westbrook continues to distribute the ball as he did on Friday and avoid the back-breaking mistakes that have plagued him in recent seasons, he will be a very good addition to the Clippers. The positives of Westbrook. Throughout the Kawhi Leonard, Paul George era, the Clippers have not had a high-level true point guard. While Westbrook isn't a Chris Paul-like floor general, he's one of the NBA's all-time great playmakers. Throughout his 52 games with the Lakers this season, he averaged 7.5 assists in a career-low 28.7 minutes per game. Westbrook plays hard all the time and rarely misses games. He's had a few injuries throughout his career, but nothing excessive, and he doesn't lean toward load management. He shows up. He gives his all. That matters for a Clippers team that hasn't had great fortune with the availability of Leonard and George. He should help speed up the Clippers' offense, currently 24th in the league in pace, per NBA.com. Westbrook was instrumental in helping to push the Lakers to number 2 in pace. Despite his struggles with the Lakers, Westbrook is generally well-liked by his teammates. More than one source has indicated that George was a significant lobbyist for Westbrook, helping to sway a skeptical Clippers front office. The Clippers have significant depth, shooting, and defensive talent, elements the Lakers lacked after giving up players like Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and, indirectly, Alex Caruso to get Westbrook. The Lakers spent too much of their budget, $47.1 million, on a player who didn't fit, hoping minimum players would be sufficient to replace what was lost in depth. Better yes than no. Teams have always taken the good with the bad with Westbrook. The balance was out of whack with such a thin roster for the Lakers after their top 3 players. That's not a factor for the Clippers. For better or for worse, an NBA front office aspires to keep its stars happy. Reuniting George with Westbrook is a positive if it's a positive for George. If the Lakers made a similar but expensive move to keep James happy in acquiring Westbrook, the Clippers would view him as a low-risk addition at a minimum salary. If he doesn't work out, the team can quickly move on by placing him on waivers. The Clippers needed playmaking. Just because Wall wasn't a match doesn't mean Westbrook won't be. Over their respective careers, Westbrook has been a more productive player. Lou, widely respected around the league as a coach strategically, will do his best to find combinations that work with Westbrook. As long as he has the authority, he does, to set Westbrook when he's a poor playoff matchup for the Clippers. And Westbrook buys into a team-first concept, even if that means he isn't finishing games. Then, LA should be fine. He may not put the Clippers over the top in the West, but he gives the franchise another weapon in area of need, and the team was already a potential contender before his arrival. Westbrook is not a perfect player, but he's a luxury who may help the Clippers do something special this postseason.